to share. Sorry. We really are excited to share with everyone. I think it's safe to say that we all just want to live our best lives. And with that, we know that our health is a major part in that. So I just want you all to learn something tonight that you might take with you. And we would love to hear your questions. If you do have any, maybe jot them down, and we'd love to hear from you. So let me just do this really quick. Okay. So I'm now part of a community that is just so special. Their goal and their purpose is really just to inspire healthy living. So we encourage you to learn how making one simple change can make a world of difference. So we do have to start with the negatives. We are unhealthy, and that's the sad truth. So these statistics here show that whether you know someone or you don't, or you are someone dealing with this or you're not, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and obesity is a part of our society in America today. So this is really powerful here. Our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. Now, there are two things really that contribute to that I want to focus on. One being environmental toxins are increasing. So pollution, water contaminants, chemicals, plastics, these things that your body has to deal with and filter through on a day-to-day basis, when you're outside in cars and whatnot. And the second thing being that food quality is decreasing. So more than 50% of what Americans eat is processed. So preservatives, GMO, artificial flavors and colors, things that are being done to our food that could actually be more harmful for us. So now what can we do with that ourselves? What can we ourselves do to help and become and try to be healthier? So we can exercise. That's super important to get your blood pumping, your heart pumping, you get your body moving. Think about how you feel after you exercise. I know after I exercise, I have so much more energy. I come home, I'm like, what can I clean now? The another thing is that you need 7 to 8 hours on average of sleep. You do a lot every day. You do a lot with your body. So it's important to give both your mind and your body that time to rest and regroup so that you have more energy for the next day. Another is managing stress. So what's stress? Things that negatively affect your mind and body. So things like traffic, your job, kids not listening, or whatever negatively affects you. What can we do to help that? What can we do positively to affect that? So maybe you can write in the chat what you like to do best to manage your stress. Things like writing in a journal or meditating or taking a walk. Maybe exercise is your way to manage stress. I know I like to be outside, maybe watch the sunset or things like that to manage mine. Drink water. Your body is pretty much made mostly of water. So drinking more of it helps flush out those toxins and keeps you hydrated. And then use safer products. So things in your house, like maybe your skincare, your hair care, your cleaning supplies, it's really important to learn how to read those labels and point out things that could be harmful, chemicals that could be harmful for your body. And then eating real food. This one is so important. So your body has, and this is whole food nutrition. So your body has this natural way of healing itself. So if you give it those right nutrients, you'll be able to function at your best. And that's fruits and vegetables. So let's talk more about those. So fruits and vegetables. Experts agree that most diseases are preventable with good nutrition. So we're all told that fruits and vegetables are good for us, but nobody really ever goes into depth as to why and what getting a wide variety of them could really do for your body and your well-being. So we actually need, this is a minimum number as well, 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. That's crazy to me. So 7 is a small child and 13 a male who exercises. So I'm somewhere in that 10 range minimum every single day, half my plate, every color of the rainbow. That's like wild. Nobody really can do that. And why do we need so many? Because produce is picked before nutrition fully develops. They say that broccoli could actually lose 50 to 80% of its key nutrients by the time you purchase it. It's transported thousands of miles, and like we said, you need the whole rainbow. So I know I sat down one day and I thought about it. I really do not eat the whole foods I need or even enough. I feel like we all subconsciously know we need to eat more of it, but it's so hard, especially in the society we're in today. I think we all collectively need to learn the whys so that we can make better choices. So I started to take back control of my health in small ways. I went and bought beet powder to add into my water, maybe some kind of detox week thing from Toonies. But I didn't really know much. Right around that time, so naturally and organically, what I'm going to talk to you about was actually placed into my life. I met my friends Doug and Sharon, and they've helped open my eyes to these whys. And with what I've been learning about the power of fruits and vegetables, I just want to educate everyone on what I know. And I've been learning alongside Sharon. She's been teaching me so much, and I can't wait for you to hear from her for a little bit.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Well, Gabby wanted me to explain to you guys what happens on the cellular level because a lot of you might not think about that. And it's really, really interesting. It's something I learned many, many years ago that we are all undergoing what's called oxidative stress. Just every day that we're breathing, our regular metabolism, we have a byproduct and it's called free radicals. And those free radicals are hitting on your good cells 10,000 oxidative hits a day. And that's what ends up actually causing a little bit of damage to your DNA over time or mutating your cells. Okay, and so we don't want either of those things. We are going to age, but we want to age slower rather than faster, right? If you've seen somebody who looks like they've had a quote hard life, they might have had more oxidative stress than they had antioxidants in their body. So every day we have oxidative stress, we have a certain amount. We need to have the same amount of antioxidants, and that comes from fruits and vegetables. And so we see this in like when we slice an apple, we see that if you put lemon juice on it, it doesn't age as quickly, right? So that's an example of it's oxidizing, but when you put the lemon juice, which is an antioxidant, it slows that aging process. So thankfully, we were not just put on this earth to oxidize. We actually have a solution. It's just that not too many people are taking part in it, and that's fruits and vegetables to have those antioxidants. And some people turn to vitamins. So if you go to the next slide, I think that's what this is. Yeah. Some people turn to vitamins to bridge that gap. They think, oh, I'm not eating healthy, or I'm not eating enough fruits and vegetables. I need a vitamin this, vitamin that. Well, if you look up on the internet, how many vitamins have ever been discovered? If you could put in the chat, how many vitamins do you think have ever been discovered, replicated, and named? That would be really interesting to see what you guys think. So let's see, put in the chat how many vitamins you think exist that are named. Okay, we only, good. Keep going. We have a couple of guessers. Okay, they're afraid probably. Okay, so don't be afraid. Okay, good. Here come the answers. Okay, so lots of different answers: 50, 20, 10, 100, or 2. All right, believe it or not, there's only been 13. Okay, and you can look this up on the internet, how many vitamins have ever been discovered and named. So when you have vitamins and then they add in minerals, you have about 30. So in a multivitamin, you're getting about 30. All right. But vitamins alone, there's 13. So thank you for all your participation. I appreciate it. But what's in an apple? In an apple, there's 10,000. Okay. And kale, there's 10,000. And a papaya or peach or any of the fruits or vegetables, there's 10,000. All right. So it's so much better to have the whole food because it acts in synergy, all the little elements that are not even named yet. And they're not going to be named because there's so many. And the only ones they really name are the ones that are connected to a certain disease, and then they replicate the ones they can replicate. So, it's hard to replicate all of those. When you have the whole fruit or vegetable, it's 10,000. So it's so much better. That's why a lot of people turn to juicing. You're going to get more vitamins, minerals, things like that. And then if you look up, on the internet or wherever, data about multivitamins, there's mixed reviews about that, and especially in America, we mega dose everything. So it's a little bit toxic sometimes if we're not careful. All right. So in a, say, spinach, which is a great source of calcium, you have magnesium, you have boron, you have phosphorus, you have vitamin K. All those things help it get in the bone and stay in the bone. And so it's better to have the whole food. Anyway, so we'll go to the next. And this is just the reasons why fruits and vegetables are so good for you. And Time magazines, it says it's so good that they could save your life. So a lot of times you'll see somebody who's diagnosed with something, they start researching it, and really one of the number one recommendations for your health is to eat more fruits and vegetables, to fight disease, to get healthier. It's going to be like number one on any of them that you look up. And this is what I learned 21 years ago. I knew nothing about nutrition, okay? I was the worst eater, and actually I felt like it. I didn't realize it was connected. I had bumps on the backs of my arms, tops of my legs, wondering with the dermatologists or the doctors, what is that? They would give you some cream or something, but it wouldn't work because it's really what's happening inside that starts to show in your skin. Then I had allergies. So also what's happening inside starts to, show in your symptoms. If you have symptoms, they're really your friend. They're saying, hey, something's wrong. Well, I was, eating whatever came along. I wasn't thinking about what I was eating. I was eating junk food, fast food, you name it. I was eating lots of sugar too, which suppresses your immune system. Well, I found out that sugar not only suppresses your immune system, but it also feeds cancer cells, and none of us want to get cancer. The statistics are 1 in 2, though, and 1 in 3, right? And so when I saw this American Cancer Society poster and it was all fruits and vegetables, I was so thankful that my friend showed me an easy way to get lots and lots of fruits and vegetables every day. And that was Juice Plus, okay? And I thought this was amazing. It's like Jetsons come to life, and that is they take these raw, vine ripened fruits and vegetables, they take out the salt, the sugar, and the water, and they put it into capsule form, or they use those same powders and put it into chewable form. So we've been consuming this for the last 21 years. Total difference in my vitality, in my energy, no more bumps. I can wear a shirt like this without somebody saying, what's wrong with you, Sharon? And so I also used it as my prenatal, and it's really been used in all of my family to keep us healthy and stay on the wellness side of things. And so it's, I think I said most of this stuff. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Gabby, because we're going to switch back and forth. Go ahead. Oh,
Sure.
okay. No, I was supposed to do
You
this.
go.
Sorry. Because I do love this. All right. So the complete shake was the other change I made. So in our community, we really believe in not trying to throw so much at you as far as a lot of changes. The very foundational change we'd say is eat more fruits and vegetables, and especially Juice Plus, which we'll get to more later. My second change was to include this shake, and it was phenomenal. Both of those combined were my first two changes. This is a way to have one of your healthiest meals in a day. And we've actually had somebody who looks at people's breakfasts and said this is the healthiest meal she's seen. So she's very popular. Her name is Dr. Pam Popper. Anyway, it has a lot of good fiber and plants. And as you learn more, you want to increase your plants as much as possible, and so, we're not saying be vegetarians or vegans, but more plants, the better. You're going to have more fiber. You're going to have a really good, stable blood sugar level. So this is what I've been eating for breakfast for the last 21 years, and it's great for the kids. And you can make different snacks like energy balls. I even make this chocolate bark that's to die for, a smoothie bowl, or even waffles with just like 3 ingredients. So we have awesome recipes. We have recipe books. So these two things are really like what I recommend the most to everyone. Okay, go ahead, Gabby.
Mhm. Okay, so they also have this plant-based omega product. So I started to take the fruits, vegetables, and berry blend as well. And then once I added this into my diet, it really made a world of difference. So when you think of omega, what do you think of? You think of fish, right? So people are like, "Oh, I'm eating fish, so I'm getting my I'm getting omega-3." Well, what they don't know, what they might not be educated on, is that fish get their omegas from the algae. So Juice Plus went straight to the source: algae oil, sea buckthorn berry oil, pomegranate seed oil, raspberry seed oil, safflower seed oil, and tomato seed oil. which are all really great for your heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. It's 100% plant-based. They're pure and sustainable. You get the full spectrum, so I think it's 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And they're also vegan capsules. Um, so what I noticed when I started to add this to my diet, along with the other three, I've noticed the darkness around my scars. My scars aren't completely gone, but the darkness definitely started to blend better with my skin. I never had horrible skin, but I'm definitely noticing some improvements. I break the capsules open and use them as like a oil moisturizer, which is awesome. The other day I straightened my hair for the first time and I'm like, oh wow, my hair is looking like long and healthy. And then I do have a family member who she was also taking the fruits, vegetables, and berries, and she's got arthritis and had psoriasis pretty bad on her foot. So when she was taking the three blends, the fruit, vegetables, and berries, she was like, "Oh, like my psoriasis is actually getting a little bit better." And I was like, "Oh, let me talk to you about these omegas. Have you ever heard what they can do for you or whatever?" So she started to take these, and now her psoriasis is completely gone. So I fell in love with these omegas for sure. Um, so what do these Juice Plus products do? So they're not replacing your meals. You're not going to not eat fruits and vegetables, but it just helps you bridge the gap between what you do eat and what you should be eating. I know I love my pizza. I have a French fry problem. I'll admit that. So I love my foods on the left, but I also love my fruits and my vegetables, my bananas and things like that. Um, but I don't feel so bad when I do eat my French fries. I'm the kind of person who order a salad, but also order a side of fries. So now I know my body's getting those nutrients, so I'm not feeling so bad. So I started to take Juice Plus, and I've probably been taking it for like 5, 6 months now. And after just a week of taking it, I immediately started to crave those better foods on the right. I wanted to eat more vegetables. I started to eat apples and peanut butter as my snack instead of chips or something. So it was, I also started to notice like a lack in inflammation, my skin. So it was little things like that in the very beginning that I was like, okay, so getting more fruits and vegetables is actually doing something pretty cool to me, which who knew? Just kidding. But then it turned into me feeling more confident because I know my body was actually being taken care of more than it ever has before. And I'm happier for that. And I feel it. I mean, I'll drink my shake in the morning as well. I'll take my capsules, and I just feel my energy levels are so much better. I'm noticing my days are going by smoother. I'm just not as tired. So now, where we can't make any claims or cures or anything like that, they just simply prove that nutrient rich whole food really does have a positive effect on your body and leaves you wanting more. So I know that I'm also setting my present and my future self up for optimal health. So I naturally was so excited about these experiences and what I've been going through that I wanted my family to know more. So actually, a couple of my family members are getting Juice Plus for free. Now, how are they doing that? So I love this company because they had this program. It's called Healthy Starts for Families, and I think it really does start with the children. It's so important to instill this, healthy eating in them. So children ages 4 through 18, along with full-time college students, receive Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years with a paying adult. Um, so this is what the research has shown that parents are reporting. So they're missing fewer days of school, taking fewer over-the-counter prescription drugs, drinking more water, visiting the doctor less, consuming less fast food and soft drinks, and eating more fruits and vegetables. I know when I was a kid, I was like, I did not want to eat my vegetables. I didn't really eat that great. And now I'm working in a community with people that these parents are saying that their kids are like asking for broccoli or eating salads and, just doing what much better. And I just wish I had this when I was younger. So that's really special to have the children being so inspired. And I know Sharon's had some really great experiences with her kids as well. So I do want her to share a little bit more about why Juice Plus is actually unique.
Right. We have in America or even worldwide thousands of ways in which you can go, right? You can buy supplements at, Amazon or Toonies or Whole Foods or Publix or any store. So what makes Juice Plus different? That's what you want to figure out. And what goal are you trying to achieve, right? For me, it's not like buying a supplement or a vitamin. It's like buying a better body. So you want to really think about, what are you putting in your body? Because sometimes people buy high protein shakes, and I'm like, okay, so what's the goal? You know, because there might not be very good ingredients in there in that high protein shake. Are you looking to get healthy also? So it's, some questions you want to ask yourself. What makes Juice Plus unique is that it has a food label. That's one of the number one things, because we're bridging the gap between what we should be eating and what we are eating. And we have a lot of doctors in our network of professionals. They say we don't have a vitamin gap. We have a whole food gap. We're not eating things that grew from the ground. That really is what would make us so much healthier. Staying in the produce area while we're at the store and mostly eating that, really. And so that's what Juice Plus does. It helps bridge that gap. So it's a food, okay? So it has a nutrition facts label instead of a supplement facts label. And then number two, it's NSF certified. So when you go to the store or you buy a supplement, there's no guarantee that it works or it's safe. Unfortunately, can you believe that? So with the FDA, they only approve or disapprove of medicines. They will approve the labels and the factories of food and supplements, but as far as everything else, not the safety and whether it works. So it's really up to you to find the right product for you that has that certification. So we love that NSF is a third party, not for profit agency that comes in and tests the batches of Juice Plus to make sure there's no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, mold, bacteria, too much of this, too little of that, which they've found with other products when consumer labs takes things off of the shelf and tests them. And also it's certified for professional athletes. So we have a lot of Olympians who use Juice Plus and different, major players. So that's the second thing, is that there is the safety label and also verification that what's on the label is in the product and vice versa. The third and thing that gets me most excited, because I have a couple master's degrees. One was heavy in research and I wasn't happy about that at the time, but it helped me really to realize how good this research was, is that it has 40 peer-reviewed medical journals behind it. So, and that's product-specific research. Like you see the picture of those products, the product itself has been tested on people, okay? Not animals, not lab rats. And it's not like, oh, this orange works, therefore Juice Plus works. No, it's Juice Plus has been tested at all these different universities and medical centers that you see on the screen. And many of the studies are gold standard, which doctors are really attracted to. They understand gold standard research, which means randomized, placebo-controlled crossover studies, things like that in peer-reviewed medical journals. So, and there's always great results, because really it's the next best thing to fruits and vegetables. They actually have accumulated so much research that they're able to say that, and the body of research is consistent with what happens when you eat lots of fruits and vegetables. So it's really good. And I like to say, that Nemours Clinic uses it on children, University of Mississippi uses it on pregnant women, MD Anderson on stage 4 ovarian cancer patients. So you know that it's safe. It's already gone through so many hurdles to be able to be used on those fragile populations. So just so you know, it's totally safe. I've been using it with my family for 21 years. Wouldn't do without it. Okay, we can go to the next one. And then at the top, you can see just some of the journals, okay? And some of them you may recognize depending on your profession: Journal of the American College of Cardiology, Journal of Pediatrics, all these different types of journals, because once doctors or researchers hear about Juice Plus and hear about their patients having really good results, they want to do their own studies. So then they ask our company to send placebo and active ingredients, and they do the studies, and then it becomes published. So Juice Plus gets absorbed in the body within 7 days. It then goes to work on the body. It reduces that oxidative stress. It helps the immune system. It helps reduce systemic inflammation. It helps your gums. It helps your skin. People spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on better skin, especially as people get older. And with just, Juice Plus for like 30 or 60 days, there's better hydration, better microcirculation, and better skin elasticity and density. So it's pretty amazing. once you give your body the right materials, your body is like its own pharmacy, okay, including better heart health, better quality of life with those stage 4 ovarian cancer patients, better lung function for smokers. That was one of the studies. I get really excited about the studies, so you're gonna have to stop me, Gabby.
You could. I love it.
What's the next slide? I forget. Oh yeah, the Tower Garden. The Tower Garden was integrated into our product line because, just like tonight, Gabby said, we're not just popping capsules and drinking shakes. We actually eat fruits and vegetables also, and we encourage you to, because really there's a battle going on with the toxins and the food not being the way it used to be. Okay, so we need to have better food. And so the Tower Garden is something where you can have non genetically modified, vine ripened raw food at your disposal at your residence, and whether it's indoors or outdoors. This is the future of growing, because it's not taking up this whole 10 by 10 plot of dirt, right? And then you don't have to water it and forget to water it, which is what usually happened to me. And maybe you don't even have the right nutrients for your fruits or vegetables. This comes with everything. It comes with the nutrients that feeds the plants. You plug it in, you put some water in it with the nutrients, and then it grows you some plants. And it comes with seeds and everything. So it's a vertical hydroponic and aeroponic system of growing that was developed by the chief horticulturist of the land exhibit at Epcot. So it's pretty state of the art, and we are loving it. So many people have it. I know that in the Tower Garden group alone, there's 25,000 people. So it's really something that you might want to consider in this day and age, where you're not sure, how it's going to be at the store, depending on what's happening. And this was a major seller last year when everybody was on quarantine. They love it as a habit at home, and also to have more control over their own food.
So real quick, I just want to talk about how Juice Plus is affordable. So what I was mentioning before, when I went to Toonies, I was getting bee powder and all these vitamins. Those are expensive, and I'm 24 years old. So when I saw the $75 a month payment, I was like, oh gosh, I know I have all these bills to pay and whatnot. So it kind of, but then Sharon said something that stuck with me, and it's so true. So she said, take $2.50, go to the grocery store and try to get 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries of all colors. And I'm like, it's so true. And I mentioned it's free for kids. It's $2.33 a serving for the shakes, which this Starbucks drink over here are $4 or more for just that. And you don't even know if it's even healthy for you. And then $1 a day for the omegas. So it's really important to kind of look at your priorities and maybe use this as your food budget. And then we also encourage you to be a part of the community. This community has been so awesome for me and anybody else. There's personalized support, fun live health events, all kinds of tools you could use. I love the recipe books. I am not a person who's going to be like, let me go to the kitchen and make this. Like, I like to look at recipes. I like to know somebody has made it and it was good. So they have really cool recipe books like that, not even just for the complete creations, because they do have really nice shakes and pancakes that are healthy that you can make, but they also have one specific for, let's say, the air fryer. I love my new air fryer, and I found a whole recipe book on just that and all kinds of things to use. And then good nutrition equals results. So this is true with anything. What the effort that you put into something is what you're going to get in return. So I really think that this is a gift. So with all of my awesome experiences, I've chosen to make it my purpose to now share with my family and my friends, and now even all of you and whoever will listen, because it truly is powerful what this knowledge could bring you, and that's what really drives me. um, I just, the fact that I know that there's something out there that has been proven to work, that, I believe in and so many other people believe in, is truly special, that it can work in so many ways. And it makes me happy to be that light to others and lead them to something that could be life changing, or, something that could really benefit their health. So I just want to share with you that if maybe you loved what you heard tonight and your mind started to go and think about all your family and friends that you think should know about this and would benefit, we do invite you to actually join our mission. It truly is a gift that you could be giving as much as you're receiving. Sharon, is there anything you would like to add to that?
Oh no, I think that was beautiful.
Thank you. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. So if you have any questions for me, any comments, put them in the chat or just show your face and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'll stop sharing so we can see all your faces.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and turn off the recording so everyone will be comfortable. But you could put something in the chat or ask any questions. We'll stay on for